Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to another What's in the Bag, Jay? Now, this is the segment where I pick 6 movies from my collection that I haven't seen, write their names on a piece of paper, draw one at random, and do a review. Now, coming back from last week is Hour of the Wolf, All Hallows Eve 2, The Awakening, Gnaw, Clowntergeist, and making his debut this week is Field Freak. That one looks pretty cool. All right, well, let me give the bag a good tussle, and we're going to see what we're going to watch this week. Okay, we have Clowntergeist. Very cool. Alright, I'm going to set that movie aside while I set all the others side by side and take my trusty Freddy vs. Jason die, and we're going to see what comes back next week. Just remember, if I roll a Freddy vs. Jason or a 5, they all come back. Freddy vs. Jason. They all come back. Alright. I still would like to see what you guys would vote for, so if you want to see me review Hour of the Wolf, Field Freak, Gnaw, The Awakening, or All Hallows Eve 2, definitely vote. But right now, I'm going to go watch Clowntergeist and come back with a review. Later. Well, I'm back. I just watched Clowntergeist, and here are my thoughts. Clowntergeist is a 2017 film which runs approximately 80 minutes and is directed by Aaron Mertz. And he was responsible for Ouijacraft, The Alpha Test, and American Hunt. This stars the late Brittany Bellard as Emma. Unfortunately, she passed away on November 21st, 2018 at the age of 28. She actually took her own life, which is very sad. She was in another version of You, The Sleeper, which is one of my favorite independent slashers, and Spare Change. This also stars Monica Baker as Heather. She was in The Entertainers, America the Beautiful, and some TV. And Burt Culver as Mr. Randall. He was in Bastard, which is one of those 8 films to die for, the latest season of that. Mermaid Down and To Survive. Now, this had a worldwide gross of $54,209, and it is based on a short by the same director called The Clown Statue. Okay, this was recommended to me by Craig. Everybody pretty much knows Craig. I can't give a channel name because he changes it all the time. But yeah, Craig recommended this to me, and I will say that I actually really like this film. It starts off in the beginning. You have a father and a daughter. You find out that the father and daughter are being stalked by this clown called Ribcage the Clown. And what he does in order to torment his victims is he leaves balloons with little sayings on them sometimes, but the balloon has a date and a time. And that is the time where you're going to be attacked and killed by Ribcage the Clown. Why? This is a con. They don't really say why, but it kind of didn't matter to me because I liked it that much. But let me finish what's going on here. So the daughter is the one who gets attacked. The father is trying to protect his daughter, and that's the first sort of part of the film. Then you come up to Emma's character, played by the late Brittany Ballard, who starts to get these balloons that says that she's going to be killed in, I think, like a week at 2 o'clock in the morning. So basically, what the rest of the movie does is it has situations and it's counting down how long she has to live, more or less. Yeah, that's more or less it in a nutshell. Okay, that's pretty much the plot. I have a lot of pros and I have some cons for it, so let's get the cons over with now. Like I said, they don't really tell you why Ribcage is who he is. They don't really tell you where he comes from, although they kind of do. Just to get it over with, he's a clown who was possessed by a demon who is dead. But that doesn't really explain where he came from and why he does what he does. Um, the other thing they don't explain is how he picks his victims. But that's okay. I mean, if I like the movie enough, I can overlook some of that stuff. Like, Michael Myers. How did he pick his victim? I mean, of course, we found out that Laurie's his sister, but even if Halloween was a one shot, how did he pick his victim? Well, they were just there, I guess. I don't know. So, those were basically the cons. I don't think there was enough back information. But also the movie was really well paced, so it wasn't bogged down by that back information as well. Um, Another con, which is also a pro, and I'm going to see if I can explain this. The dialogue was kind of down in the mix with this version that I watched, so I had to turn on my soundbar. So when the dialogue is up where you can hear it, the sound effects and the score were way, way up. So it scared the crap out of you when something would happen because it was literally like earth shatteringly loud. So it was kind of a pro and a con at the same time. I would have liked the dialogue to have been mixed a little bit better, but it did kind of scare the crap out of me at times because it was just like jarring. So, okay. Now the rest of the pros. I love the way Ribcage the clown looked. His acting was a pro and a con, so to me that kind of cancels each other out. I liked the way he moved, and then I kind of didn't like the way he moved sometimes. Like sometimes he moved like a monkey, sometimes he moved like a dog, um, kind of. But it kind of worked sometimes, and sometimes it kind of didn't. So but I like the way the clown looked. The gore was really cool. There were some really actually creepy parts in this movie, parts that I thought were really, really creepy. And all in all, I really like this film. Now, he also recommended Gags the Clown, which I also watched. I didn't like Gags as much, but I like this one quite a bit. I definitely recommend this if you want to see a good killer clown movie and you don't need a lot of backstory. Definitely check this one out. This is a good supernatural slasher, in my opinion. And take that for what it's worth. I do believe they all come back next week, so still vote. It helps me keep track of what you guys like. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.